Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's me, the Arbiter, and I'm here with more Star Wars: The Old Republic. Let's get the call going with my good friend and co-host Rick, and we can get things started. Good evening.
Ah, hello there.
So, how's your
Oh,
week been?
week's been alright. Just, just flying around. Working on some stuff for this month. I'll be attending a pretty big conference soon. I think right now just prepping for that, clearing some things up before I head on over. Um, And then yeah, that's the just there. Also, I've been playing through Hyper Street Fighter 2, trying to complete that game in the first half of Fighting Collection. Now I have a couple characters left. That will be done. Trying to get that done beforehand as well as some other stuff for Branch Brothers and other things. And yeah, it's a lot going on. Just trying to get everything all up and running together.
Nice.
All right, so let's begin, shall we?
Yeah.
Oh, by the
So,
way,
I
just
don't.
letting you, there's gonna be an update on the 11th of this month. So as soon as
Yeah, I saw that.
all right, but you were saying you mentioned something.
Yeah, so I don't know if you saw my Twitter earlier. Bunny Junie, a VTuber who I like her videos. She actually showcased my avatar on a ranking VTubers design tier list. She, for some reason, blocked me on Twitter and banned me on her Twitch. I have no idea what I did wrong.
So why would she block you on Twitter, ban you on Twitch, but rank your model? That's very odd.
Well, she ranked my model well before this happened.
Oh, okay. Is she a leftist by any chance?
Maybe?
That might be it. Because it's over what I think it is, that might be why.
Yeah, interestingly, she did not block me on Blue Sky. I guess she assumed I don't go on there, but I do, and I had been following her. So I sent her a DM asking, hey, what's up? I don't know what I did to upset you, but, I'd like to apologize. If there's any bad blood between us, let's squash the beef.
So then what happened?
Nothing
Anything?
so far.
Yeah. I was thinking about setting up a Blue Sky because some of my game dev friends are on there, but I'm kind of in the middle on that. Yeah. I'm just checking my login rewards. I missed a couple. That's why. Okay, so where the heck are we? Oh, yes, we did this mission, and now we're doing another story mission, I believe.
Let me check the journal. Tatooine field trip, investigate the energy signature, target practice, return to Constable Sorrel.
Yeah, the field trip, that's for you. So we can probably do that one first. I think for me, there's the Ultimate Warriors. That's on the ship. And then there's going to Alderaan for some quests. We can deal with that later.
Yeah, that's
But
story missions. There is also that fleet mission that we have in our roster as well.
Hang on. We got giant 2D flame effects. I do find it funny this game is mostly 3D, but the flames are still in 2D.
Yeah. At least they didn't use a GIF or a PNG, or worse, a still PNG.
I mean, the GIF wouldn't be that terrible. I mean, technically, the GIF is basically just an animation, so that could have worked.
I know a game that was made out of stolen assets, and it used fire.gif off of Google.
Oh, jeez. So, like, what was it? Was it an AI-generated game, or
No,
was it just,
no,
like...
this was well before AI. Are you familiar with a little game called Limbo of the Lost?
Yeah, I have not heard of that. That might be one
Okay,
of my tongue.
it has one of the best endings in a video game I have ever seen, but it's 99% comprised out of stolen assets.
Ah, I see, I see. How do these people even find me?
I don't know, dude. They weren't shooting at me, though. They were shooting at you.
Alright. Now, come off. Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if, like, they went on the stream, found us ranting about, like, politics or what have you, realize, oh, wait, these guys are racist Republicans, and then cut it off there.
Yeah,
No,
that's
to
a
be
distinct
fair,
possibility.
Yeah, to be fair, this is my hypothesis. I don't know this person personally, so I don't know one way or the other. You know her a lot better than me, so I'll let you handle that. Oh, by the way, on that tier list, what did she rank your model? And which model did she rank?
My current one that you see on screen.
Oh, that one.
Yeah.
What did she rank it?
I don't remember. It was decent. I think I made it to like the middle of the tiers.
I see, yeah. I think as a game developer slash designer, the most successful game I've made thus far was for a game jam I did a couple years back. I got like 7th overall in the jam rankings, which is the highest I've achieved thus far. The only downside is I've yet to trump that record. I'm hoping to do that sometime ideally this year, if not next year. I would love to, like, don't get me wrong, it's a great game, I love it, but I want to be my only good title. Well, I know it's not my only good title, thankfully, but, like, I want to, like, add on to that legacy as a developer.
Right.
No, oh, and wow, these guys just don't know to quit. What was I gonna say?
Yeah, the enemy
yes,
placement seems deliberately designed so that you cannot avoid fights in certain areas.
Yeah, well, yeah, because they put them all over the place and they attack as soon as they see you. Kind of like in Metal Gear, where, like, as soon as they line sight, they immediately start attacking. Oh, by the way, there was one thing I wanted to bring up with you. So, I'm not sure if you heard this or not, but Gavin Newsom has started a podcast.
Yeah, I heard about that.
What's interesting is that he's actually been LARPing to the right. He recently came out saying how men should not be competing in women's sports, and actually agreed with Charlie Kirk on a couple things when he was on his podcast. I think what's probably happening is that Gavin Newsom's trying to, you know, he's a bit of a sleazeball and sociopath, so what I think is happening is that he's trying to pivot his way to the center so that it'll be easier to win the 2020 primary.
That's my guess, too. Gavin Newsom is a snake. I wouldn't trust a word that comes out of his mouth, even if he told me the sky was blue. I'd have to go outside to make sure it didn't turn green or something like that.
Yeah, we'll see. Because right now, funnily enough, Kamala Harris is still leading in the primary polling, but she's only like 30-something%. So, and a lot can change in 4 years, so we'll see how things go from there.
Yeah.
Though, personally, I'm still thinking she might go for the governorship instead, because Gavin's going to be term limited, so he can't run for it anymore. So, it might be easier for her to win that than the presidency again.
I hope to God Kamala does not become the governor of California. California cannot handle more fucking Democrats acting as governor of the state.
True, but you gotta keep in mind, Seth, you do live in California. There's a lot of no offense, but there's a lot of dumb people in your state.
Oh no, I completely agree with you.
Well, then again, California has been losing on population recently, and I suspect that a lot of the people who have been leaving are the more conservative-minded individuals.
Yeah. Although the state has been flipping red somewhat. I don't know if you saw California's results in the past election. It was surprising.
I know, you know, that New Jersey really threw me off guard, because it's like, these were safe Democrat states. Well, California still voted by a likely margin, but for New Jersey, it voted to the left by as much as Arizona voted to the right for Trump. And keep in mind, you know, in the previous election before that, Biden won the state by just under 1%. But then the previous election, the one that just happened, you know, Trump won by 6 points. In New Jersey, went the same margin in the opposite direction, which is crazy because it's like that state was like safe blue as early as 2020. Now it's competitive. Like, this is wild. And I don't know if you've been watching the registrations in the states, but like a lot of states are getting a lot more Republican. Like the number of Republican like registered voters is increasing while the Dem one's going down.
Yeah, and thank God for it. Alright. This guy is the constable. We took a quest from him last week.
Is it the same one? Oh, yes. Hey.
Would you look at all this? I should have asked you to bring me back a sarlacc while you were at it. You lot are a particularly small army. That ought to make sand people think twice about attacking travelers, at least for a while.
It was the least I could do.
We're lucky you came by. Thank you. A lot of farmers and miners owe you their lives. Ah, oh, fuck, my eyeball itches.
Oh, that's an item. Okay. And I have no money. Okay.
Hey, Carl Muffin! Howdy to you too, my dude! Or dudette, as I recently learned. I saw your stream of the Winnie the Pooh activity game. I had no idea you were a girl.
Carl Muffin's a lady?
Yep.
Is she single? I'm kidding.
I didn't ask. It didn't seem pertinent.
Fair enough. By the way, Carl Muffin, to be clear, I am just goofy.
Yeah, Rick's a bit of a joker. Where? Oh, yes. Okay, so there's the field trip, which is to the east, or no, the west, and then south.
Oh yeah, the field trip one. I forgot about that.
I am deceptive. I mean, that's smart to do on the internet. No, only an idiot gives out their real information on the internet. I go by my first and last name on Twitter, so I am an idiot. I can confirm this.
Well, I do as well, but I have a separate account for that. The one I use regularly is on my alias. I do have a personal account that I use for like my game dev business and stuff, but like that's a separate thing that's completely detached from the other stuff. So it's kind of like Peter Parker to Spider-Man. Like it's the same person but different identities, if that makes sense.
Yeah. I think that's what everyone does, though.
I feel like that's what everybody should be doing if they're not already, especially if you're one of those people who likes to get into political arguments online.
Yeah.
Like, it is very easy for people to not hire you over your social media activity. Now, granted, I don't think we should be hired and fired based on what they post on Twitter, but we don't live in a perfect world.
Huh.
So is Carl Muffin a VTuber as well, or just a regular streamer?
I believe Carl is a PNG tuber, if memory serves correct.
Oh, so she's 2D.
Yes.
Like Mr. Game & Watch.
Yes.
Oh, I see.
And a lot of VTubers are gonna get really mad at me, but no, PNG tubers are not VTubers.
Well, of course not. It's in 2D. VTubers will see 3D.
Exactly. You need.
I mean, it's one thing if you're a VTuber who has a PNG model and you want to alternate, that's fine. But if you only stream as a 2D character, that's a. I have a PNG.
I think we're going the wrong way, my dude.
Are we?
Yeah. Well, I think we need to get up above the canyon. Because it looks like the thing we're looking for is slightly to the left of here. Or right of here.
Get up. There's a cliff up ahead. We'll take that route. Yeah. So, yeah, I was right. Carl Muffin is, in fact, a PNG tuber. Or at least she has one. I don't know if she uses it primarily, but check the chat. It's in there.
Yeah, Carl has confirmed she is, in fact, a PNG tuber.
Is there such thing as a GIF tuber?
I don't think so.
I mean, why not? It's just a GIF. You can just have the just doing a wave motion the whole stream.
I use it most of the time to stream on streams. Yeah.
Ah, I was right. All right, up the cliff we go. Dun, 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 dun. Hey, you know the Indiana Jones game that came out recently?
Yeah, I hear it's actually pretty good.
I know, I was shocked because there was that one interview with the dude was like, oh, we're preparing Indiana Jones for a modern audience, and everyone was so terrified when he said that, but then you played the game, it was like, oh no, wait, it's actually good.
I know, right? Dial of Destiny, this is not.
Yeah. there were a lot of Indiana Jones games in that time period that felt like they could have been like standalone films.
Indiana Jones has a massive expanded universe, as I recently found out. Like, there are tons of Indiana Jones books that I never knew about.
I mean, given that Lucas is a George Lucas franchise, I'm actually not surprised. I'm just more surprised more people aren't aware of it. Although my guess is probably because they only saw the original trilogy and nothing else.
Yeah.
Which I can't fault them because the two films that come out since were not as good.
Oh no. Did my internet go out?
Ah, there you are, my friend. Try jumping with the spacebar to see if you're... Ah, perfect. I had to check to make sure that, like, you're actually backpack before we go backpack.
Yeah.
Alright, folks, we are back up and running. Enjoy the stream. In the meantime, don't forget to get your hot chocolate.
What exactly were we talking about before my internet died? I forget.
I think we were talking about, like, whether or not you can be, like, a gift tuber.
No, I remember now. We were talking about Indiana Jones and its expanded media.
Oh, that's right, the Indiana Jones Expanded Universe.
Yeah. One of the creators I follow on Patreon is actually creating audiobooks of the Indiana Jones novels.
Ah.
Yeah, in addition to the Star Wars content he does.
I wonder if there's any books related to Willow by any chance.
Willow?
Yeah, it's the one thing it's that TV show Lucas made in the 90s.
I've never heard of it before now.
Yeah, I only know of it because there was a Disney Plus, there was a follow-up on Disney Plus, but I did not see that because I didn't see the original, so I didn't even bother watching it.
Ah. I think our mission is just down here.
Ah, you're right, I see the green light just up ahead. Wait for me! Alright. An abandoned mine shaft.
Oh, this is gonna be one of those elevators, isn't it? Oh
Yes,
yeah, I would have definitely wrecked myself if I'd walked off here. Move your mouse so that you can see down the shaft. Look at how far down that thing is.
Look how slow that elevator's going. It's going, like, slow as a snail. Oh, here we go. Now it's going enough. Alright, we are good to go. Descend! Whee!
If you had a fast enough elevator, I wonder how fast an elevator would have to be moving where you were at risk of breaking your legs if you jumped inside it.
I actually managed to hurt myself with the elevator. Not by much, though.
You know what's something really dumb I used to believe when I was younger?
What's that?
If an elevator was falling, and just as it was about to hit the ground floor you jumped, you wouldn't get injured.
That's funny. You know what I used to believe as a kid?
What's that?
I used to believe I didn't have to exercise, my body would naturally get strong as I grew up, and that simply did not happen.
That's kind of true, though. At least for men.
Well, yeah, your body grows up, but, like, if you're not regularly exercising or building your muscles, they're not going to expand like that. It's actually shown that if you fail to exercise your muscles, they'll actually grow weak and brittle when you get older.
Yeah.
That's why I'm trying to go back to the gym. I was taking a break because of my job hunt, but it's been taking so long, and it's at the point where, like, okay, I'm going to have to resume this a lot sooner, because, you know, I've been doing some light exercise here and there, but I cannot be going, like, a year without some physical fitness. It's just not good for me long term.
Yeah. I miss having a pool.
Me too.
You used to have a pool?
I did, up until, like, last year. We opened up the pool, and less than a week later, the thing collapsed.
Oh, was it an above-ground pool?
Yes.
Ah.
Thankfully, nobody was inside when it happened, but man, I didn't even get a chance to swim in it. I was actually looking forward to that. Now it's back when I still had a job.
Yeah, pool's great exercise. Works out your whole body.
That's probably the only thing that kept me from being morbidly obese.
Oh yeah, I forget. Did I send you Magic Mush's video on the disastrous launch of this game?
What, the Old Republic?
Yeah. The Old Republic actually had a disaster of a launch.
I mean, I'm not surprised it's an MMO. That's pretty common for this genre. I mean, everyone tries to be the WoW killer, but none have succeeded. Except for Blizzard, but for all the wrong reasons.
Well, Blizzard hasn't made anything that can compete with WoW.
Well, no, but like they haven't helped to grow it either. It's kind of been, from what I've heard, the meta's been kind of stagnant in the past couple of years. Also, every time they have a controversy, they make an Overwatch character gay.
Yeah, I've noticed that.
Did you know they actually changed Overwatch from a 6v6 to a 5v5?
Overwatch is basically a MOBA, but in third person.
You mean first person?
Oh, yeah.
Because the game is a first-person shooter. Actually, it was supposed to be another MMO, but then that version got canceled, so what was left got reworked into what became the original Overwatch, before they made the sequel. Though, funnily enough, when the first game came out, it was a full-price $60 game, but the sequel ended up being free-to-play. And it was kind of weird, though, because at first it sounded like an upgrade to the original, but then they made its own thing, and now it's like free-to-play now. It's a whole thing.
I find it hilarious how Overwatch wanted to be the TF2 killer, and yet TF2, which is riddled with bots and cheaters, is still more played and more beloved than Overwatch.
Well, the problem with Overwatch is they were stuck on the Activision, stuck on like the COD launch, on the Battle.net launcher for the longest time, and didn't come to Steam until after Blizzard shut that down. Which is actually pretty controversial at the time, because Battle.net was the way to play Blizzard games for the longest time. I think the only reason they swapped out of it was because Activision didn't want to keep paying the servers anymore, and wanted to integrate everything to Steam with their other titles.
Ah.
Like, there was a time we needed, like, the Battle.net just to play the Crash trilogy on PC.
Oh, gross!
Yep.
I'd rather fuck fire! And as the ancient Greeks once wrote on the walls of Pompeii, the man who fucks a fire burns his dick.
You see, the Greeks may have invented sex, but the Romans used it for women.
Carl Muffin in the chat, also Melee. I'm also in the Emir Discord server. That's how I originally found y'all on here.
Oh shoot! Oh my goodness, I didn't realize that. Wow. Cool.
Who's okay? You're gonna have to fill me in. I have no idea what the Emir Discord server is.
So that's a reference to Amir Odom. She's basically Brett's gay best friend, who like runs his own little channel and stuff. He mainly focuses on culture issues related to like black and gay communities, but he also dives into other political stuff as well.
And did I take it you posted our links on there at some point?
I think there was a promotional channel. Yeah, there used to be like a channel on his server where you could promote like streams and stuff. But like then he revamped it during his move to Patreon. And when I got back on, the promotional link was gone, so I was able to share the stream there anymore.
Oh, okay. Well, it's always cool to have more people coming in to view our streams, no matter where they're from.
True. The world is a very small place. You never know who you can meet.
Yeah. Unlike some streamers, I do not hate people because of their politics.
Yeah, we need to go back to the age where you can just disagree on politics A, disagree on politics, still be friend, but B, recognize that you can approve of what some things people do or approve what they do, while also disagreeing with other things that they do that you do not like. Like, just because someone does one thing that you like, that doesn't mean you have to love everything they do. And conversely, just because they do the one thing you really don't like, that doesn't mean everything they do is bad and that they're always wrong. Like, all the time.
Exactly. Like, for crying out loud, if that were the case, I wouldn't be able to watch Styx Hexenhammer.
Heck, honestly, that's actually part of the reason why I walked away from the left and the Democrat parties, because they even by 2016 they become so intolerant of other ideas that like I wasn't interested in working with them anymore.
Yeah.
Like I wanted nothing to do with them.
I don't know if you saw this on Twitter, but Styx posted a picture of a pizza that he ordered. The madman put pineapple, but no, he didn't stop there. Styx is a shit poster. If he had just posted pineapple on pizza, I'd just be like, okay, it's Styx. He's trying to get a rise out of people. But no, the madman put apples on his pizza too.
And maple syrup, no less.
Wait, you saw that?
Yeah, he covered the whole. Yeah, he put applesauce like a pineapple pepperoni pizza and covered the whole thing in maple syrup.
Fucking Styx, man, I tell you. Like, I don't care that he was a Satanist at one point, but putting apples and pineapple on your pizza, that's crossing a fucking line.
I mean, it could have been worse, you know, he could have been a Gnostic.
Honestly, I think Satanists are more problematic than Gnostics.
Actually, you know what's crazy though? I got a letter from the Jehovah's Witness. Well, more so my family did.
You'll live.
Yeah, I've met Jehovah's Witnesses. I've also met Mormons. And every Jehovah's Witness I know has been an ex-member, and none of them have had anything nice to say about Jehovah's Witnesses.
Exactly, bro, but the letter was so weird too. Like, first, there was no name on the return address. Number two, it was a handwritten note written in pen, which is odd, because, like, who writes a handwritten note to a stranger in 2025? And then number three, they basically had a whole spiel about, oh, we believe in the Bible, and go to this website about Christianity. And it was so fake. It was some guy named Charles or something. It was so stupid. Anyway, as soon as I saw it, I basically just shred the letter.
That's so bizarre.
It is bizarre. I was so weird. I'm like, yeah, I'm not even gonna give you the time of day. Like, I actually would have preferred if they knocked on the door and preached and pitched themselves than whatever the heck that was supposed to be. Like, that's like something a cult member would do.
Well, I mean, the Jehovah's Witnesses are a cult, so that tracks.
Exactly.
I'm ashamed to say I am morbidly curious how syrup tastes on pizza now. I'm kind of like, should I put maple syrup on my pizza? I don't know.
Well, Seth, the good thing for you is that breakfast pizzas are in fact a thing.
Well, yeah, but that's just like pizza you're eating for breakfast, right?
Yeah, so you think of like a breakfast sandwich, but as a pizza.
I've never eaten a breakfast sandwich, so I wouldn't know.
Really? What do you eat for breakfast?
Peanut butter toast.
That's it?
Well, sometimes cereal.
Oh, so I guess you're not like an egg sausage person.
Every now and then I'll have some bacon and eggs or some sausage, or a sausage biscuit, but I've never had, like, a breakfast sandwich.
Oh, I see. Yeah, so, like, for breakfast, just think of, like, your classic breakfast sandwich, but, like, as a pizza, right? So instead of like a pepperoni pizza, it'd be like a sausage, egg, and cheese pizza.
Ugh. Eggs and cheese. No, thank you.
You don't like eggs with cheese?
No, there's something about the texture that sets off my autism and makes me want to vomit.
Bro, that's me with cereal and milk in the same bowl.
What?
Yeah, I do not like the taste of cereal with milk. I like cereal and I like milk, but I do not like the two when they're in the same thing like that. I don't know what it is. I just do not like them together.
You are a sad, strange little man, and you have my pity.
I mean, it's kind of like putting like peanut butter on a beef patty.
Maximum protein right there. All you need is some beans. Oh my god. Imagine how fucking nasty that would taste.
Hey, look who made it back.
Bad news, Fowler. That reading was a Zerka listening post.
Blast. Lexende must have set it up. Now the cyborg freak has our data. Zerka can find their lost base as easily as we can.
I take it that means the readings came through.
Yeah, machines are sorting through it now, but if Lexende's on the trail, we assumed Zerka came to keep us out of the facility. Maybe we were mistaken. Maybe they want what they left behind.
Gromik's files. We saw some things.
Yeah, turns out Zerka didn't come to Tatooine to build or test the device. They found it here, underground, an artifact powerful enough to wipe out a planet just buried in the desert.
No corporation should control something that powerful.
I agree completely. Zerka discovered the device. They analyzed it, then something happened that made them abandon it. Camus, has the computer cross-referenced the scans with Gromik schematics?
Yes? It looks like the main entrance is a few kilometers away. What about the door codes?
There's a bunch of relay towers around the base. They'll have a mess of data, the codes, along with old communications. Downloading everything from the relay towers will allow you to get into that base and destroy the device. It can't fall into the wrong hands.
I'll be there shortly.
Be careful in the base, in case they left traps. Or if Lexende finds you.
That'll do, Camus. Time to let professionals finish the job.
Exactly. Alright, what do we have here?
We got a belt and a circlet, and I don't... Neither of these are better than what I currently have.
I see. I'm just gonna accept it just so I can get the credits and experience.
Yeah, same.
Alright, so... Where's the exit this place? Ah, here it is.
Yeah.
So, where's our next... What's the next step? Obtain Dragon Tooth?
Yeah, that is...
Oh, decryption tools. Yes.
Our
Where
mission is
that?
taking us to the Dune Sea.
Ah, let's head down to the camp below. We can probably take a shuttle there.
Oh yeah, good thinking.
And then from there we can walk to where exactly we need to go. Now, if I remember correctly, where would that... Oh, let me see what's up with junk. Oh, I only have one piece of junk?
Alright, don't need that, don't need that. Don't need that or that. Oh wow, that has better stats than my current lightsaber. That's
Which one?
what? A vibro sword.
Oh, I think I have that. Yeah, I have that one too. Well, yeah, it's an E20 concussion blade. It's 114.
Nah, this
What?
thing is a prototype Kessler Molitex prototype heavy blade. Its rating is 178.
Oh wow, that's even higher than my sword. 54, 54, 30, 36, 34, 38. Okay, so I have two lightsabers that are 54.
I love that you can have a weapon vanity slot. Fuck off! God, screaming in my ear, why don't you? What's this?
Here's a shuttle. Over here, come on.
Hey Rick,
To the
check
what's
it out!
Nice.
Alright, yeah, let's take that speeder to the other settlement.
Yep, see you there. Oh, you got ahead of me?
Evidently.
Goodbye, losers. It was nice knowing you. Now we're gonna save the world. Also, those guys need better defenses. We should not be defending them every 5 minutes.
Yeah.
It's like Europe relying on the U.S. for the military defense. It's getting kind of old.
Bro, that situation with Gaza really needs to sort itself out.
I'm more concerned. I'm more annoyed with the Ukraine situation.
I don't like either of them. It's like both situations need to fucking stop already.
Yeah, thanks, Biden. Yeah, I think it's definitely going to be one of Trump's top priorities for now, is to end the conflict as soon as possible. That way he can better focus on the domestic issues. Because as long as those are going on, it's going to be really hard to fix the stuff here. Because, like, you know, people are going to try and pull us into those conflicts there.
Yeah.
Also, I don't know if there's been some updates to the, what Trump has proposed regarding, NATO.
What's the update?
So basically what he said, it's kind of sort of what happened last time, where he wants everyone in NATO to pay at least 2% of their GDP towards defense, but many countries have not met that threshold, and haven't, so far, have not made any changes to that goal. So now he says that if a country fails, so that he will only defend nations who have met the threshold. So whoever pays 2% of their GDP, that's what's going to get prioritized in terms of U.S. defense.
Huh.
What that basically means is that Europe can no longer just rely on the US to fight the wars for them. Because let's be honest, the only reason they have such generous social programs is because of the fact that they don't have to pay their own defense. Because we cover it for them. For the most part.
Interesting.
That's why they have things like universal health care or the whole, like, social programs. If they had to pay their own defense, those programs simply wouldn't exist. Because they wouldn't be able to afford them.
Yeah, and Britain's NHS is already stretched to the fucking breaking point.
Oh, combine it with the migrant crisis? Oh boy, it's a mess.
Yeah.
That's the funny thing. I would argue Europe, like, the migrant situation is a bigger threat to Europe than Russia. Because the migrants are in the countries that we're talking about, whereas it's somebody like they're so scared of being invaded by Russia, and yet you let people in your country that don't speak your language, that refuse to assimilate, that don't even like you see your people as people, and you don't see a problem with that. Well, now granted, the peoples of Europe do, but their leaders have other ideas.
Yeah. Hell, and you'd think that with Brexit things would have gotten better, but nah, the UK is just fucking shit.
That's because the people in charge are idiots.
I don't think it's idiocy, actually. I think they're genuinely evil people running Britain.
Things trying to kill you. It's really nice.
So what, Britain's gotta liberate itself? Well, that's odd. You know what's crazy though? This reminds me of a dream I had where, like, basically a new order of, like, knights arose in the chaos and basically took over the various European countries and effectively purged the migrants from the nations.
That would be fucking dope, but the thing is, anyone with a knighthood is part of the political establishment in Britain.
Oh, because well, that's the thing. That's the ceremonial knighthood. I'm talking about, like, medieval crusader-style knights. Like the old school ones.
Ah.
You know, the ones that were loyal to the Catholic Church.
Okay, this is weird.
What's up?
We're in the area. Oh, I found the glowing thing. Never mind, we're all good.
Dr. Sopran here. We finished our initial catalog of the cave artifacts, which register as over 20,000 years old. You'd think that would narrow down the possible creators, wouldn't you? There weren't many societies capable of space travel in that period. But I can't find any society or species that fits these criteria. Even Gree technology isn't comparable. Anyway, Dr. Lyric and I will study the primary device and assign lesser relics to the others to keep them busy. Hopefully, we'll find something useful. Zerka's going to make a fortune off this stuff if we can figure it out. End log.
Another pair of belt and headband.
Interesting. Alright, let's head to the second tower.
Sir, a plane just hit the second tower.
You know what's crazy? The fact that nobody has footage of the first tower being hit.
I still find that very difficult to believe.
I don't know, every time I look at pictures or videos, it's always like just a smoke. You never see the tower being hit. Also, have you heard of Building 7?
Yeah, I have actually.
Yeah, apparently it was one that's apparently got hit or something, got lit on fire, but like no one's allowed to talk about it.
Well, nobody
really
has any
weird.
adequate answers as to why it collapsed or why it was on fire. It's not
Where
that
was
no one's
Building
allowed to
7
talk
again?
about it. It was in New York, a bit of a ways away from the World Trade Center.
That's interesting. Do you know that before the attacks, the North Tower was supposed to have like a McDonald's?
Well, shit.
This is Director Antaean speaking. As you know, workers' safety is one of Zerka's top priorities, and we take accidents seriously. Therefore, due to concerns surrounding studies of the device, we are implementing a new policy. Anyone wishing to perform a
Bro, if I
physical
could wear this suit in
inspection
real
of the
life, I
device
absolutely
must get
would.
written authorization from myself and Dr. Daigo. Research using droids and remote scanners may continue normally.
Imagine just casually rolling up to your office in a white cape and suit.
Overall schedule.
Or white and gold cape and suit.
Mm-hmm. Desert. Da-da. Ah, just up ahead. And I see it.
Yep.
Right there. I like there's no enemies around these towers. It makes suspicion a lot easier. Oh. Oh yeah, you mentioned how the game had like an awful launch. Do you want to share more about that, or you want to wait until I see the video first?
I'll send you the video, because it's been like a week since I last watched it, and I've kind of forgotten the details. All I know...
Concerns on the record before more people get hurt. I'm worried about the device. Its energy readings keep fluctuating, and it appears to be trying to link with the lesser artifacts. I think it's a weapon, maybe a bomb. Sopran's theory about it being a Gree Enclave creation are inane. We've already got evidence of an ancient alien civilization visiting Tatooine, and they weren't Gree. We've seen similar technology in the Kashyyyk Shadowlands. I'm sure the Infinite Empire is tied to the device's origins, no matter what.
Okay, if
anyone
it's the
says.
Infinite Empire, then that's the Rakatan.
Rakatan. Which one were those again?
They were the hammerhead shark-looking dudes that enslaved the entire galaxy and then lost their connection to the Force through a Force-induced plague.
Oh yeah, were they? Oh, they were Force sensitive though. Were they Jedi or were they Sith? Ah, you're probably not Jedi though, right?
They were. This was pre-Jedi, pre-Sith. They were dark side though.
Oh, I see. Tower's this way, by the way.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I see it off in the distance.
Ah, there we go. You're right. I see it too, and I'm heading that way. Bum, ba, bum.
Oh yeah, so did I ever tell you of the time I read there was a story I was writing. This one I might actually still develop because I still have the notes for it. I still have the refined version on my phone. But there was a bit where the main character is talking with a girl, and that he has feelings for, and he tries to flirt, and in his brain he just goes, "Don't say I hate sand. Don't say I hate sand. It doesn't matter what else you say. Just don't say I hate sand." And he screams out, "I hate sand." And so the girl laughs, and she's like, "What?" He's like, "I'm sorry. It's something from a dumb movie where I'm from." And lo and behold, like, for her, later on, as an inside joke, she gets him a jar of sand for his birthday, and he's like, "Oh, thanks, I love it." And she's like, "I thought you hated sand." And all his friends are like, "Dude, you didn't."
Well, Dr. Lyric is gone. He's put in for a transfer and is heading back to Anchorhead, taking one of the lesser relics with him. Good riddance. He was a pain to work with.
I tell you, the guy who did the editing for Attack of the Clones, I don't know what he was doing, but it was sheer incompetence.
At best. But some of his data makes sense.
Because they deleted the scene where Obi-Wan acknowledges Anakin and Padme's relationship because he knows how happy Padme makes Anakin, but we kept I Hate Sand. There is no...
Well, that scene did come back later in the Clone Wars, so it wasn't completely gone. Or a version of it showed up in like the last season of the show. In like the first episode.
Oh my god, how many of these cell towers are out here?
Wait.
These look like the fucking 5G antennas.
Remember when people thought 5G gave people AIDS?
What?
It was either that or cancer, I can't quite
It was cancer. It was cancer, my guy.
Oh, that's what that was, okay.
Yeah, no. AIDS is something else. AIDS is when you have to close the pool.
Yeah, do you know Dr. Fauci back in the 80s claimed that AIDS was an airborne disease?
No shit. No fucking way.
Yup, that was one of his first big claims, and oddly enough, he was proven wrong back then. In fact, he got the AIDS thing so wrong, along with a lot of people, that as early as the 2000s, people were calling for him to be fired.
Why can't we just ship all the stupid people to the moon?
Zerka employees, please listen and remain calm. A few minutes ago, we experienced a minor equipment failure in the main laboratory. As a precaution, we are initiating lockdown procedures. Do not attempt to override the system, so the computers will respond with force. Stay where you are, and you'll be alerted when the situation resolves.
Ooh.
Bro's eyes look fucked up.
Whoa!
Good as new.
It's alien food! Do you know that shrimps are basically sea bugs?
Yeah. I actually don't eat, I don't eat shrimps, I don't eat lobsters. Actually, I don't eat fish in general.
Yeah, you are an anti-pescatarian, I see.
Yeah.
Alright, so we gotta head... this way.
Yep. I do eat fish sticks, but I don't consider that to be seafood.
My god, they have the name fish in the title.
Yes!
That's like saying you don't like cheese, but you eat mozzarella sticks.
Well, here's the thing. Fish sticks are different because they're so processed and fried that they don't really have any health benefits. So I don't consider them seafood.
Is that a hot air balloon?
Yes, I believe it is.
Was not aware of that.
Where are you going?
I'm going around the enemy camp. I'm trying to get up here. Where the area is. I'm just trying to walk around the enemy so we don't have to fight them.
Fair enough.
I think once we get over this hill, we should be good. I think. Alright. Okay, good. I think we walked past the camp, so we can hit this way now.
Oh yeah, so, I don't know if you know about this. I woke up at like 3:30 yesterday. I had a job interview, and I was like super nervous about oversleeping. And like, I laid in bed from like 3:30 to 4 with my eyes closed, but I never fell back asleep, so I'm just like, fuck it, guess I'm up now. I was so fucking tired yesterday when I got home. I tried to stream Assassin's Creed Black Flag, but Black Flag fucking crashed again. And so I just decided, fuck it, I'm just gonna sleep. I slept from 8 p.m. last night to 8:30 a.m. this morning.
Woo, look at you, let's go. Man, I miss sleeping that long. The average I get is like 7 hours a night.
I wish I didn't.
7 to 6.
I wish I didn't sleep as long as I do. I fucking hate sleeping for 12 hours or 12 and a half hours. There is such a thing as too much sleep.
There's also a thing as too early. It seems like you have the opposite problem I have. Sometimes I don't get enough sleep. Like, I try to go to bed early, but I always end up going to bed at midnight. At, like, the earliest. I don't know why.
Yeah, see, I typically go to bed, I typically go to sleep between 11:30 and 12. But the annoying thing is, I often find, these days I have trouble waking up at 8 a.m. I'm trying to get exactly 8 hours of sleep. And,
oh, you get up at 8 a.m.? Oh, I try to get up at like 7 or 6 a.m.
well, if I'm going to sleep at midnight, it makes sense to wake up at 8 a.m.
True, but the problem is in my case, I have to drop off my nephew at school, and I've also be getting up at least an hour earlier, so I have time to get ready before I have to pick him up at 7.
Yeah, see, I don't have to, nobody relies on me for a commute, thankfully.
Yeah, I wish that wasn't the case, but with my brother-in-law in rehab, I gotta step up and be the steppin' dad while he's recovering.
Oh man, I'm sorry you have to deal with that.
Nah, it's all good. They're family, so I don't mind.
Yeah.
If it was strangers, I wouldn't do this. Like, I had a dream that, like, some lady went to my house and actually here to take care of my daughter. I go, no. Slam the door in her face. It was some, like, strange person, too. I'm like, who are you? Wait, why are we going in the elevator?
Because the thing was glowing. Oh, look, see? Oh, that's weird. I've never seen that before. Are you seeing this? This giant red square in the middle of the gate?
Yeah, I do. What the hell is that all about?
I don't know.
Is this... Oh, this isn't the right... Wait, no, this is the right way. Hold up. It's down the stairs.
Yeah.
That's kind of weird. Maybe it's just a glitch.
That would be my guess, too.
Yeah, see, it's just across in this chasm here. Mutated. Oh, these are mutants.
Yep. I really hope that one YouTube channel that was uploading classic Doctor Who hasn't abandoned the project.
What makes you fear otherwise?
They haven't uploaded anything in over a month now. And for a while they had a pretty consistent upload schedule where they got an average of like 3 things a month out.
So how many episodes have been uploaded? How far did they get?
I would have to go through the story number and actually do like a count, but they got a decent amount. I expanded my collection considerably when I downloaded them off of YouTube.
Hey, did you see that meme I sent you on Twitter?
Yes, Doctor Who being British One Piece. Man, it really bums me out that all my favorite sci-fi series are like infested with woke garbage.
Well, honestly, I think a lot of it has to do with Twilight, right? I think after Twilight ended, these pre-woke people, I'll call them, had nowhere else to go. So they started hopping around other fandoms to try and, like, you know, spread their nonsense over.
Okay, what makes you think it was? What's the correlation with Twilight here? What am I not seeing?
So a lot of it has to do with what happened at San Diego Comic-Con. So prior to Twilight, San Diego Comic-Con was very lightly populated. It was only filled with people who actually cared about the franchises. It didn't matter what their background was. If you were a fan, whether it was Marvel, DC, what have you, you were there, you were welcome, there was no problems. Then Twilight happened. Twilight started showing up at Comic-Con, and all the Twilight fans, most of whom were like females who couldn't read beyond the high school level, started showing up there in mass, which caused it to become packed, and it never dropped down since. And what happened was, after Twilight ended, these people had nowhere else to go, so because they were at Comic-Con, that's how they got into all these other fandoms, since everything else was there. So little by little, they started creeping their way towards all the other fandoms until they were basically everywhere.
I see.
And to this day, Comic-Con is still, well, at least prior to COVID, it was like so packed you could barely breathe. That's because of the Twilight fandom. Prior to that, it was a lot easier to, like, get what you wanted to do. Oh, I got new clicks. Hang on.
Yeah, this definitely looks like Rakatan technology. Come to me, come close until we are one. No.
I like how one phase of the destruction.
Yeah.
Well, just another day ending in Y, I suppose. Oh. Now I'm on the floor. Hell, is that Rakan?
Yep, that's a Rakatan. I am the imprisoned one. Few beings have the strength to resist us, but you have earned my respect. We share words?
I
Alright.
have no desire to fight, but don't try anything.
Jedi, Zerka knows of you. You toy with the Force. My species mastered it. I am Rakata. It is name of my people. Eons ago, our infinite empire ruled this world and so many others. Yet I reached for greater majesty, and my people sealed my mind in this box as punishment. I drifted in whiteness for over 20,000 years.
What were you trying to achieve?
I sought to dance among star temples and understand dark time. In truth, I remembered little. When your Zerka Corporation found my prison, I touched this world again. I created my... I have learned of your galaxy and found it wanting. I choose to remake it, and to give birth to a new infinite empire.
How do you mean to accomplish that?
You will lead out her army out of the sands. This world's settlements will fall, and my skin vessels will proceed to the stars. The time for resistance is over. Join us now. Over my dead body. I'm shutting this operation down. Nah, those are... I believe... Oh no, you know what? Yeah. Yeah.
This sounds like a bad comic book plot. So where do we go from here?
Well, I found a mutated Zerka Grunt. Wow, this boy is durable as shit.
You are not wrong, my friend.
But yeah, the frustrating thing is these days, I'm usually sleeping like anywhere. I'm usually I'm going to bed at like between 11:30 and 12, and waking up between like 10 and 11:30. It sucks.
Are we supposed to do something?
Let me check the map. Oh yeah, we're supposed to destroy the cybernetic enhancement machinery. It's it's in the south of this room. There's a glowing console just over here.
Oh, I see. There it is.
And then there's one to the north.
I see, just up ahead.
Oh yeah, so I have some interesting news.
What's that?
So, you're familiar with Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, yes?
Oh yeah, what about him?
There is a very popular hack for Pokemon Platinum, the original, called Pokemon Renegade Platinum. Well,
Ooh.
somebody made a mod for Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, which adds the Platinum adds the content from Pokemon Platinum back in the game. But they didn't stop there. Pokemon Luminescent Platinum adds all of the features and encounters that are in Pokemon Renegade Platinum.
Ooh.
So they've effectively remade the hack on the Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl engine.
Well, technically it's just Unity, because that's what they used to make those games.
More exciting news. My friend Jay is ripping... I gave him the tool to rip Switch games, and he's putting together an archive. And one of the games that he got to rip is Super Smash Bros. Ultimate.
With or without the DLC?
With the DLC, I believe.
Nice.
Which means you and me can play Smash on stream over Parsec in the future once the archive is up and ready.
Alright, excellent. Yo, Seth, we're up here. What are you doing? We're supposed to clear the computer. Why in the corner?
I thought we just left, you know, Smash Machine, we done here, pack it up.
The objective is literally right here. I don't know why you can't see that, but anyway.
I'm a simple Jedi. Enemy makes a thing. I break thing. I leave. Refuse to elaborate. No more. I was unprepared.
Look, he's tiny now.
Yeah.
Marvelous. Absolutely marvelous. We could never have excavated this place without your help. Oh, we knew where the base was, but getting inside, ghastly work. And I should say, I'm delighted to finally meet you in person.
I don't have time for this, Lexende.
What's your hurry? Sit down and let's talk. You see, when I was assigned to stop the Republic from finding this facility, I was intrigued by the Doomsday device. That my superiors told me to stay away only whet my appetite. I decided to take the device for myself.
What exactly do you want it for?
I'm not sure yet. I could experiment on it, integrate it into my cybernetics, display it on the...
Oh yeah, that's a real great idea.
I'm offering a very large sum of credits, as well as rescinding the kill order on Camus, if you help me. Hand over the device, and the Republic never has to know.
I want to destroy the device in front of his face. Yeah, here we go! Thank you, game!
Does this answer your question?
Here we go. And it's the light side option, too.
Yeah! Yeah! In your face, you fucking corporate hack!
Oh!
That's our cue to get the fuck out of Dodge.
Look at that guy just like,
Why'd you do that? Do you know what that thing was? What it was worth? Oh.
Nope.
Now you've left me no choice. I'm going to have to kill you. Painfully.
let's defeat him.
Leave this one to me.
I'll take care of the goons, you deal with the big boy.
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention this. You know how last week I mentioned it'd be cool to find the soundtrack rip of this game? Well, guess what I happened to come across during a search on the internet?
A soundtrack rip of this game?
Yep, exactly that.
Yeah. I figured it was out there somewhere. Alright, now that we've done our part, let's go back to Fowler, and that should be it.
Yep, then we can go to the Republic fleet and do that one mission that we got here. And then it'll be the road to Alderaan. Well, actually, there's probably business to take care of on our ships, but then Alderaan. But yeah, y'all get the idea.
There's a mission on Alderaan, oddly enough, but let's do the ship thing first, so we could probably do that one over there.
Yeah.
Alright, let's get out of here. Where's the exit?
I think the exit is this way. Yeah, past all these guys. That is the shortest range grenade launcher I have ever seen.
A grenade launcher that just throws it at, like, arm's length.
I could underhand throw that with greater reach than that wimpy-ass grenade launcher. But yeah, when Star Wars: The Old Republic came out, 4chan's video game board wanted it to fail just because of the amount of hype that was up behind it.
Which game? This one?
Yeah, this one.
I know you said it had a bad launch, so maybe they were hoping it succeeded, but then it didn't?
Well, it's interesting. The game was a success because when this game first came out, you had to buy a copy of the game to play it, believe it or not.
Oh, that's right. It didn't have a free-to-play model before.
Yeah.
It's kind of like original World of Warcraft.
Yeah, and then what ended up happening is there was horrible lag. There was really bad PvP situations. Like on Ilum, you would get the entire planet would be populated by Sith spawn camping Republic bases, so nobody from the Republic could get up and get into the field. It was a mess. I'll send you Magic Mush's video because he has the whole thing documented.
Wait, we gotta head this way.
Oh, okay.
We gotta head north. We're heading south. We just gotta get back to the camp, and then we're gonna take the plane back to the area base, and then from there we get to complete that quest. It's a bit of a long walk, unfortunately, but
oh wait, no, we don't have to do a long walk. We can hit M and click the fast travel button.
You're right. That'll save us some stream time.
Oh yeah, this is the second week in a row I've had to deal with a depressive episode at least once during the week.
Depressive episode? What do you mean? Wait, you're just in a bad mood?
Like, crying spells, wanting to fucking off myself, shit like that.
Ooh, that's not good.
No.
That is a no bueno.
No, it's not.
Alright.
And to make matters worse, like, I've been taking my medication. It's not like this is because I've been negligent on that. So, yeah.
I see. Have you prayed about it by any chance?
Yeah. Not that it did anything.
Whoa, dude, the shuttle's over here. Come on. Where are you going?
I don't know. I got lost.
But dude, there's a purple thing on the map. Well, technically it's pink, but you get the gist. Anyway, let's head on over.
Please select an available.
Oh yeah.
Have a safe and pleasant stay.
My psychiatrist says I should go on walks. It's like, I mean, I could do that.
Don't you live in the middle of nowhere?
I do. I live in the middle of fucking nowhere. So, there's like a baseball field across the street, across from where I live, but that's like.
We're under attack! Repel the imps!
Stop yelling in my ear, asshole!
It's really annoying putting events right by the shuttle area. It's really annoying.
Yeah.
They just expect to do that quest every single time we get here. Because that's a pretty poor design choice, I will say.
Oh yeah, did you know that EA technically isn't in charge of this game?
Yes and no. BioWare was the one that originally developed it, but EA actually took them off of the Old Republic so they could focus on Mass Effect and Dragon Age.
Well, right, but EA sold Old Republic to a new studio back in 2017, was it?
Looked like you just walked out of a sandstorm.
Was there a base?
Yeah, I don't think that's the case though, because BioWare was working on this game up until 2023. And then the new studio took over that same year.
You saw Circus Records?
Yeah, and I've been worried too. So catch your breath and let's hear it.
A device. It had an ancient creature trapped inside. It had gone insane. I had to kill it.
You're kidding. I had no idea. But if it's settled, that's good enough for me.
So this is over, we're sure?
You'll still need to testify, Camus. The investigation of Zerka won't end here.
Get me to Coruscant, away from the Sand People and circus cyborg assassins? I'll testify all you want.
You should know. Scanners picked up a Zerka ship fleeing the system. They're running scared now.
Too bad we couldn't bring down the entire company.
We stopped the device from hurting anyone. That's enough of a win. Anyway, I promised you payment. Don't ever say the SIS isn't grateful. Now take care of yourself and try not to get pulled back into these corporate schemes. Camus can tell you, they never really end.
Alright.
Some gloves and some boots. Not really my thing, but okay. Alright, believe it or not, we are done with Tatooine!
Wow, ready?
Yep.
I can influence my companion, Neato. I'll sit back to our ships and then the rest is there. Alright, so where do we need to go?
Why don't we travel to the Republic fleet via Duravidan Outpost Cantina?
Ah, good idea.
Oh, that's interesting.
What's that?
It says quick travel not currently allowed.
That's okay, we'll take the shuttle to that camp and then we'll go from there.
Okay, yeah, that works.
We're under attack! Repel the
Shut up! Oh my god!
Vehicle pads
Here we
are
go.
currently open for business.
Goodbye, losers. Oh, the event is tied to the outpost. Why would they do that?
I don't know.
Alright, so where are we now? Now I need to find our way out of here.
Yeah, I think we use this panel over here to travel to the Republic fleet.
Which one?
It's right by the ship, the little shuttle.
Oh, I see it. Ah, yes, I see. There we go. And then from there we can go to our ships.
We should probably go to the, we have a mission here, though.
Oh, you're right. Where are you? Oh, there. Oh, that's not it. There you are.
Now, let me check my map here. Yeah, intro, Flashpoint, Mandalorian Raiders. Here we go.
Master Satile, come in. We have arrived at Carrick Station. Brief us on the situation.
So few have answered my call, but time is not our ally. We must act quickly. A Mandalorian clan attacked and hijacked our warship Eleusis while it was undergoing refit at the Fondor shipyards. They're using the vessel to raid defenseless Outer Rim systems.
There's a bigger enemy behind this. Mandalorians don't sneeze without the Empire's permission.
We thought the same, at first. The Mandalorians are inflicting heavy casualties and extorting tributes from the conquered worlds. They're demanding weapons, medical supplies, even food. But once their victims hand everything over, the Mandalorians jettison their plunder out the Eleusis' airlock.
Why would these raiders demand tribute and then throw it all away?
Wealth is not their goal. They're sowing terror and chaos to provoke a conflict. The Raiders are a group of rogue Mandalorians from an especially militant clan called Varad. They've broken away from the Empire and Mandalore's leadership. Clan Varad is also attacking Imperial planets, and the Empire wants revenge. Fortunately, its fleet has been unable to destroy the Eleusis.
Do we have any idea where the Mandalorians are headed?
Long-range scouts found the Eleusis at a remote refueling depot. Unfortunately, Imperials have also discovered this location. The Republic spies just intercepted a coded transmission sent to the Imperial Grand Moff by a Sith Lord named Darth Malgus. The news isn't good.
Mandalore scouts have tracked their rebellious brethren to the Tamarin sector. An Imperial strike team is on its way to board Clan Varad's vessel. We will terminate the traitors, capture the Republic's warship, and add it to the Empire's arsenal.
The Elusis must not be captured by the Empire. We need its shield and weapons technology for our own defense.
If you need a team to capture that ship, you're talking to the right people.
Our only hope is to board the Elusis, defeat Clan Varad, and fly back to Coruscant before Darth Malgus' agents beat us to it.
Imperial forces are used to having Mandalorians for support, not adversaries. Our foes will be at a disadvantage.
That may be, but your fight will be much harder against two enemies. Better to get there first. I'm leading an attack fleet to your target's coordinates. Our ships will distract the Mandalorians so you can safely board the Elusis. Your assault shuttle is waiting in the station docking bay. May the Force be with you.
Let's go. Oh shit! Oh, wait. What's the
Did you do
difference?
veteran or master mode?
I clicked veteran, but I don't
I'll do that too.
All right,
ready to go?
Big pink gateway. Let's go. Now this might be the one where I get the lightsaber of Dark Delirium, which is really fucking pointless because, you know, our next episode is going to take place on Alderaan, so I'll already have that lightsaber on that character. If memory serves correct, which I might be mistaken.
Well, that's the way you find out, won't we?
Yep.
Oh, I have to press spacebar. Hold on.
I'm still loading in. There we go.
This is the chieftain of Clan Varad. Whoever you are, you've challenged the wrong ship.
Alright, ready to go?
Yeah, I think so.
Good thing we're together, because I was worried they're going to split us off.
Yeah, I don't think they split us off if we're in the same group. I've never seen Mandalorian armor that looks like this before.
I've never seen them using lightsabers either.
I think these are vibro blades.
Alright, see you later.
Nope. No button.
Well, there's gotta be another way in. Oh, over here.
Hey, look, a door.
That should have been made more clear. Thought that was just a wall. Oh, the level cap is 80 here.
Ooh. Yeah.
Or max level.
Whoa. That thing has some kick to it. Kick me away all you want. I'm just gonna keep coming back at you until you're dead.
Alright, there we go. These guys aren't so bad, actually.
Yeah, yeah.
I'll myself be a little more concerned, but with you by my side, this should be a good one.
Well, remember, the hammer station wasn't so bad, and then we got to the boss.
Oh, that's true.
Oh, hey, you want to hear something weird that happened?
What's that?
I woke up at like 12:30 last night, like really thirsty. So I reached to take a swig of my water bottle, and I accidentally spilled like a bunch of it. And like, I wake up like about 30 minutes later, and the part where I spilled the water was completely dry.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's super weird. It was not a small amount either. I switched to the side of the bed I was on because of it.
These are big boys.
Oh yeah.
Take that.
These stupid hounds.
Well, at least I ain't dying. I was to be the only one annoying.
Yeah, that's
They're
true.
quite tanky.
Yeah, they are needlessly resilient. Now, what did I just pick up? Oh, okay. Requires level 80.
That's dead end. Let's not go this way. Up ahead. Come on. Yeah, I go this way. That's where next objective is.
Kill all sons of bitches. That's my official instructions. Alucard in the chat. Sup, fellas? How's the 270 in the future treating you? You know, it's doing all right. We destroyed an ancient Rakatan device, sabotaged Zerka's plans on Tatooine, and now we're just fighting some Mandalorians. So, you know, the more things change, the more they stay the same.
Granted, these Mandalorians look more like rebel guards, but I digress.
Wow, typos. Yeah.
Hey Seth, what do you think is more underrated pizza flavor? Buffalo chicken pizza or meat lovers pizza?
I don't really care for either of them.
I see.
Although, actually, no, I take that back. Chicken can be good on pizza, and I know, because I've had chicken on pizza from Pizza Hut. However, everyone else I've met who's had the chicken pizza from Pizza Hut has gotten really bad food poisoning from it. So I got...
Really?
Yeah. I got really lucky that I didn't get food poisoning. Chicken on the pizza goes hard, but knowing what I know now, I would not do it a second time.
Well, that was Pizza Hut specifically, and I've had chicken pizza from other places before. I've never had that problem.
Huh.
Oh no, that was hamburger sausage, my bad. I've had hamburger and sausage on pizza. I think I've had chicken on pizza, actually.
Hamburger on a pizza is strange.
Well, it's hamburger bits. It's not like a whole-ass hamburger on the pizza. They cut into pieces and stuff. Like
I
with
know.
Sausage.
I'm aware.
Well, not as straight as anchovies or olives.
Oh, anchovies on pizza is fucking cursed.
Especially the ones that's alive and hopping on the pizza.
Please tell me you're joking.
Nah, that was a joke and total drama.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, they're just excited. I see. What the heck are you? Oh no, I'm pasteurized. Oh no.
Hey, you know what's nice? There's no big ass pit for us to fall into, like with that one fight on the on Hammer Station.
That's true. But now the monsters get aggregated, so they're harder to kill. Maybe we should wait till we're stronger to get to this part.
Well, it boosted our level up, so it wouldn't have made a difference.
Oh, you're right. Oh, so it can, like, if you're lower, it just matches you up?
Yeah.
Oh, that's really cool. Because I know we were in Tatooine and nerfed the heck out of us, but it looks like they did the opposite here.
Yeah, it didn't used to be like that. I'm not sure how to feel about it. I miss being able to stomp through areas because I was comically over-leveled, but I must admit, being bumped up to match with an area's level where enemies are way stronger than you, that is nice. That is a good feature.
Yeah, I think that's why they did. They probably wanted to anyone can play any section they want without having to like grind, basically.
Alucard in the chat.
But you still level up normally, isn't it?
Yeah. Alucard in the chat. Zerka, yeah. Corpos never change.
This is why I'm not in favor of big government. Because the only way you get those monopolies of big corporations is through the help and alliance of a big, powerful government.
Yep. It takes government regulations and subsidies to create monopolies.
Yep, without those... It's kind of ironic because the government supposedly breaks up monopolies, when in actuality, all it does is empower them.
If we actually enforced our antitrust laws, we'd be in business. But the problem is we don't enforce the antitrust laws that we have.
Mainly because the companies buy out the politicians who pass those laws, so it gets harder to get through.
Yeah.
That's why it's very difficult to work in politics and not become corrupt. Especially if you come to politics poor. Now, if you're like Donald Trump or Elon Musk, you come in rich, that's a different story. It's much harder to be bribed if like you have all the money in the world.
So apparently the Star Wars IP is for sale.
Oh really? Where did that come from?
I saw a news article on it in our politics and current events channel on Discord.
True, but I think I did see that, but from what I've heard, nobody wants to buy it because Disney wants like basically $4 billion for it, which is how much they paid for it back in 2012.
Oh, that's not gonna happen.
Yeah, with the way Disney handled it, they're gonna sell it for half the price.
Nah, I think that they'd be lucky to get 4 million for it. I tell you though, if I had the fuck you money to buy Star Wars.
Imagine Elon Musk buys Star Wars.
That would be hype.
I mean, he runs Starlink, so and SpaceX, so I think it's a nice fit. Yeah, actually, it would be really nice if whoever buys Star Wars, they retcon the Disney canon and they bring back the EU.
Yeah, if we could get like official continuations of the EU storylines, that would be fantastic.
I would even say continuation, just make the EU the main Star Wars canon going forward.
Yeah. Hell, start adapting those into movies. It would be a license to print money.
That'll make people want Star Wars fan. You get rid of the crappy sequels and all this bad Disney stuff, nobody's got to worry about it anymore.
Yeah, let's be real. Nobody's going to watch the Rey New Jedi Order garbage that Disney's trying to make. It ain't happening, Chief.
They're not, even if they do, no one's gonna see it because the sequels were overhyped and overblown. Like, no one remembers those movies, by the way. They're already being forgotten in real time.
Alucard in the chat, though it is a rumor and best taken it with a grain of salt. Yeah.
Okay, that's fair. That is fair. Totally fair. I also heard that Catholic Kitty was supposed to be out at the end this year. That's not happening. Because, like, supposedly they said she was going to retire, but now she says she's not stepping down, so I don't know what the deal is there. Seriously, though, Kathleen Kennedy was a man. She'd been fired a long time ago.
Oh, yeah.
So we're like, oh, wait, she's a great producer. I'm like, yeah, I get it. She worked in a lot of great films back in the day, but, like, as a businesswoman, she just is not good at her job. The fact that she makes so many movies, but, like, they keep getting canceled, clearly something's going on. Like, we're at the point where people are not prioritizing Star Wars the way they used to. Like, if George Lucas was in charge and he'd like someone make a Star Wars movie, they would make it top priority. Now, not so much. They want to do their own thing, or want to do a Marvel thing. Who knows?
Yeah.
Alright, one big guy's down, one more to go.
She's staying out of the out of spite. No doubt. No doubt. I tell you, the world would be a very different place if society treated women like men.
Well, that's the point, because the feminists always say we live in a patriarchy, when in actuality, we really live in a matriarchy. And that's the point with the Barbie movie. It actually got, because, like, the Barbie world is more like the real world than the real world in the Barbie world.
How do you figure? I didn't see Barbie, so I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, so basically in the Barbie world, how it works is that women basically dominate everything. The men are basically just tools that do what the women want. And, like, essentially, you know, Barbie girl, Barbie world. That's how it all works. And to be honest, minus the pretty, like, dolls and stuff, the real world is basically like that. Or at least how the West operates. Now, I will say this, the Middle Eastern world, that operates more like the patriarchy in the Barbie film. A lot more so. They kind of have the opposite problem.
Yeah, the middle... is the Islamic world goes too far in the right direction.
I think it should be that, like, people are treated equal, but also recognize our differences. That, you know, men and women are equal in the eyes of God, but they're not the same. You know, and that's not a controversial statement, at least anyone with common sense.
There, good as new.
Alright, we brought down the mercenary.
You're good, but you're not Mandalorians. The harder you hit us, the tougher we get.
Yeah, buddy boy. Alright, let's look at the thing and get out of here.
Looks like there's... more to this dungeon.
You're right, there's one more up here. Oh my god, really?
Whoa! Can I equip this yet? Nope, still in combat.
Well, of course you get equipped in the middle of combat. Don't you know the rules?
Fuck the rules. I wonder if I can blow this robot up by opening that tank up over there. Nope, that didn't do shit.
Done.
So Seth, quick question. If JD Vance were to, like, win the Republican nomination, who do you think would be a good VP to, like, compliment his ticket?
Oh, that's tough.
Well, if you had to ask me, I was thinking Marco Rubio would be a good choice.
Isn't Marco Rubio kind of a neocon, though?
Well, he used to be, but he much like JD Vance, he's changed a lot over the last couple of years, to the point where he's actually the reason Zelensky got kicked out after the whole meeting went south.
I don't know. I don't trust him.
Because if not him, my other choice would probably be like Mike Johnson, because they seem to do a good job in the House, and like, well, if for some reason either they pick somebody else for majority, or if, you know, heaven forbid the Republicans lose the House, he could be a good spot for that role. They can always pick somebody to take his place. Now, of course, you know, the election's like 4 years away, there's a lot to go, but I figure it's not a terribly bad idea to just, you know, think about these things. At least get some basic ideas up running. You never know what can happen in 4 years.
Yeah.
Alright, so what are we gonna do?
Oh, we go down this tunnel.
Which tunnel? Oh, I see.
Nope, I'm not riding it.
Oh, I thought I was gonna die for a second. What the heck? Actually, that spooked me for a second. Jeez. There's a platform there. We could have ridden that. Anyway, let's head over.
I think that a Vance and DeSantis ticket could probably do the job.
I see where you might be coming through, but I think over the years, like, Ron DeSantis does not have the pull that he used to. Like, right now, in the last poll I looked at, he was polling at, like, 7%.
Ooh.
The second place spot went to Don Jr.
Okay, well, scratch that then.
Yeah, I get your comfort, but he's lost a lot of his popularity over the years, mainly because of the Simps on X just making, like, fools out of everyone.
Right.
And, like, just being obnoxious. Like, they made a whole deal about voting for DeSantis in the 2024 election, yet Trump still won the popular vote, so it shows how tiny that fraction really is.
Yeah.
Yeah, for the better, Trump has shaped the Republican Party, and those, like, older days are over. I think what happened is some people were trying to use DeSantis as a proxy to bring back the neocons in a more palatable form, and because his popularity declined, that plan basically failed, and so now they're really screwed.
That makes sense. Now that's interesting. There's a wall here, but
What are you doing?
on the map it looks like there's nothing here. You seeing this?
Yeah, it's a dead end. There's nothing there. Yeah. Now, as for a Democrat ticket, I think one of the governors could probably be a VP slot, whether Josh Shapiro or maybe a Gretchen Whitmer or who else? Probably not Tim Walz, because he was basically a burn to Harris's ticket. He did like nothing for her. Like the fact that he was on the ticket and Kamala won Minnesota by less votes than Joe Biden shows how useless he really was in the long term.
I really hope the Democrats are dumb enough to pick fucking the governor of Virginia. What's her name? You just mentioned her. Gretchen Whitmer. I really hope the Democrats are stupid enough to put Gretchen Whitmer as their nominee in 2028. Because y'all know the fucking plot to kidnap Gretchen Whitmer and the Fed nonsense would be brought up during the campaign, and it would just be the funniest shit ever.
Yeah, that would go as well as they might think, which is nothing. But yeah, but I don't see a really nomination because honestly, kind of like a lot of the Democrat governors, one, they're Gen Xers, which is being skipped over for the millennials, and two, she's really not all that popular. She only got big because Trump bad, and like with Trump not being a factor anymore, that's probably not going to help him all that much.
Yeah, most likely.
Now, there was a straw poll at CPAC that had Trump in second place, but, you know, he already said after 2024 he's not going to run again, so that won't be an issue.
He couldn't run again even if he wanted to.
Well, of course. Yeah, some people were spreading a rumor that's saying, like, oh, the Republicans are going to pass an amendment to let Trump run a third term. I go, no, that's not going to happen. You basically have to repeal the amendment that limited the president to 2 terms. That's what you'd have to do.
Yeah.
The door's sealed. We have to kill them.
Nope, it's an elevator.
Wait, shit! You abandoned me, you ass!
I didn't abandon you, I just got a better strategic position. Watch this shit. Oh, this motherfucker's just like Boba Fett. He even got a similar rifle.
I'm coming to eat you! I'm kidding. Oh.
The whole Mandalorians working with the Empire doesn't make a whole hell of a lot of sense. Because, Mandalore the Ultimate, or not Ultimate, Mandalore the Preserver, aka Candace Ordo from Knights of the Old Republic 2, mentioned that perhaps the Mandalorians could ally themselves with the Republic in the future. So the fact that the Mandalorians started working with the Empire doesn't really track.
Yeah, I think what might have happened is that they might have changed their minds, or that something happened to where the alliance kind of faltered. I mean, keep in mind, Seth, I posted this on Twitter, but like, alliances change all the time. Just because somebody was an ally back then doesn't mean they're an ally today, and this is true for enemies, right? Things can change over time, and even over the course of the century, I think a lot of relationships that were the case in the 20th century might not be the case in this century.
Right, I'm just saying, from a writing standpoint, it doesn't make much sense.
Oh, I see what you mean. That could have just been a retcon, or what have you.
Yeah. Alucard in the chat, but the Republic primary is going to be an all-out brawl.
Well, we'll see. We'll see. Because granted, as of today, the electoral today, it's looking pretty positive for fans, but I also acknowledge that things could happen a lot in the next 3 years, so it's going to depend on really ultimately how Trump's presidency turns out in the second term, and also how, people's responses to that.
Yeah, I really want to see Vance as our next Republican president. Especially after he put fucking Europe on notice in his speech in the UK.
Oh yeah, that was glorious. And then, what's funny? Don Jr. is the reason Vance became the VP. Because some people were actually voting Don Jr. as the successor to Trump. But he actually pushed his father to pick Vance so that way Vance could be, the would-be successor. Because to be frank, Don Jr. does not, despite popular opinion, does not want to run as president. Like, the only other Trump I could see running as a president is Barron.
Barron as president would be fucking hype.
That would be awesome. I would vote for Barron if he ran.
Do you remember the Barron Trump memes from 2016?
Oh, I know the 2024 memes. I was not aware there was a 2016 variant.
Oh yeah, there were Barron Trump memes as far back as 2016. He had meme aura, I tell you. People were talking about Barron Trump making an Alex Jones clone army, Barron Trump the anime, all sorts of crazy shit.
Dude, imagine if they actually made a Barron Trump anime. That would be hilarious. You know what's really funny about Barron? He's like the Trump that people know the least about. Because, like, he's just so mysterious. He just... Oh, shoot! Like, he just goes to college and goes to class. Like, from what I've heard, he just goes to class and then goes right back home. But people say he's friendly from what I've heard, so there's that. But we don't know much about him. What I do know is that he used to have a Slovenian accent when he was younger. But as he got older, he sounds a lot more like a younger version of his father.
There is speculation that he is on the autism spectrum.
Maybe, but the last I've heard, he does speak in pretty clear, complete sentences. He sounds a lot like his dad. So, I think it could have just been a personality change that helped him growing up.
Yeah.
Alright. I'm heading your way.
Oh, these fucking droids.
Yeah, they're really annoying. Sorry, I was fighting them, but then they knocked me off the bridge. I had to crawl my way back up. It was kind of annoying.
And that is why you never stand too close to a railing. It's just bad news to stand near the edge of something in the Star Wars universe, because you will fall off. So, Rick, I have a question for you.
What's that?
Should I remake old Let's Plays that I did back before I had a VTuber avatar with my first incarnation?
Depends. Which Let's Plays are we talking about?
I would have to go over the list. I know that includes Homefront: The Revolution, Resident Evil 3, Nightmare of Decay, Faith the Unholy Trilogy. What else? I can't quite remake Stardew Valley because that thing is its own beast, and I'm still waiting on mods to update for that. I
see. Well, aren't you already doing that, though? Because I saw a stream of yours where you had your old model, you were playing, I can't think game was, you were playing something.
I was playing Homefront 1, but that's a case where I did that because the Homefront 1 stream is basically a lost episode. The original airing of my Let's Play took place in, like, 2022, and it was during that point in time where I had no ADHD medication accessible, and so I just didn't, like, archive any of my stuff because I couldn't do anything then.
Oh, you couldn't focus, I see.
Yeah. Hell, I couldn't even play video games right. I would just... Wow. ADHD is a fucking curse. If you are unmedicated and you have ADHD, you just sit there thinking you should do something and just continue to sit there for upwards of an hour. It took me like the better part of a day to just do simple tasks like put away laundry or wash dishes.
Really? It's so you weren't even scrolling your phone, you just kind of sat there?
Yeah, I wasn't even scrolling my phone, I wasn't playing, I couldn't scroll on Twitter, I couldn't even play video games. I would just sit there thinking, I want to play video games, and then I would just sit there doing nothing, sitting on my chair, just staring into space for like the better part of an hour before I would act on that impulse.
Yeah, that's fascinating. Oh, we got a Sith Lord up ahead.
Yep. Rosam. Okay. I thought we were gonna have a nice taunt session discussion maybe, but nah, he just wants to get into it.
Yeah, he went right for me.
You know, Mr. Sith Lord, the ladies don't like a man who doesn't know what foreplay is.
They're Sith, they don't care. He probably has like 15 babies with 15 baby mamas.
Yeah. That is probably the most out-of-pocket thing I have said as a Jedi.
Oh, the dance thing? Well...
Well, no, never mind. What the fuck just happened? I just got shot into the air like a firework.
That's the power of the Force, my friend.
It's funny, you'd think these guys would be giving us more trouble, but we seem to be handling ourselves pretty well.
I'm just attacking the same guy over and over.
I'm getting fought by 2 Sith at the same time, and I'm taking them both on like it ain't no thing.
Wow, look at you go. I deal with this bozo with a blaster, shooting point blank in my face.
I just realized I have some of the most... I have, like, the most bipolar-ass personality on these streams. One moment I can be, like, being, like, normal, like, family-friendly, and then next thing you know, I'll just say the most unhinged, out-of-pocket shit. And then it's like, and then I'll go back to being, my usual self.
And usually I'm the one that says out-of-pocket shit.
At least I'm not Omen, though.
What the heck was that?
Distressed by the defeat of one of their teammates, the enemy boarding party fights with even greater force. So they're aggroed because we killed one of their buddies. Not calling for total clanker death? Well, here's the thing, I'm not a clone trooper.
Yeah, plus this is thousands of years old Clone Wars.
Oh yes, ChatGPT is aware of its clanker status.
Oh, by the way, Sid, did you know about the people's earlier thoughts on the Clone Wars before the prequels came out?
Yeah, we, you gotta remember, I've been big into the expanded universe, with the post-Endor period, and there was stuff that referenced the Clone Wars well before the Clone Wars were conceptualized by George Lucas. The Thrawn trilogy comes to mind.
Yeah, but the thing is, the Clone Wars were referenced all the way back in Episode 4. That was sort of the first reference.
Right.
But the way it was described was very different, because the idea was it was actually a war against clones.
Yeah.
Not so much a... So it's interesting how that kind of evolved and changed, because the thing is, they weren't around so right with the past when the prequels came out. It was just like, oh, wait, okay, good, we live.
Is this gonna go down or what?
Ah, next exhibit. How long is this thing?
These dungeons can get, well, I would estimate it's probably the same length as the hammer station. Oh, that's funny. This Mando kind of looks like he's wearing the North Korean Special Forces armor from Homefront 1.
That's funny. I will say this, the idea of North Korea invading America is actually laughable. That never makes sense in the remake.
Well, it was a lot more plausible the way that the first Homefront set up the premise. Because basically a very specific set of circumstances happened where the first thing, the Great Recession of 2008 never ended. Then the U.S. pulled out of the Middle East, and there was a fuel crisis because the local powers in the Middle East went to war with each other and burned each other's oil fields.
Oh no, I was talking about that. I was talking about the Red Earth remake. Sorry, not Red Earth. The Red Dawn remake. Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, because I only remember this set. The original draft, it was actually supposed to be China that was supposed to take over in the remake, but in order to get the film released in China, they changed it to North Korea.
I always forget that that exists, which is funny because it's basically Homefront the movie. There's also a TV show that operates off a very similar premise, and it's called The Colony. I only learned about it this week.
Yeah, because I only know about the remake because it starred Josh Peck and Chris Hemsworth as brothers.
Should I know them?
Josh Peck was from Drake and Josh, and Chris Hemsworth played Thor in the MCU.
Oh, okay, that's why the first one sounded familiar.
I knew you recognized at least Josh Peck.
Man, it's really a shame what happened with Drake from Drake and Josh.
Yeah, did you know that Dan Schneider was the only guy who defended Drake Bell when that whole situation went down?
Oh, that is not a good look. If Dan the man with the plan to get the kid in the van, Schneider, is defending you, you know you fucked up.
Here's the best thing part about Dan Schneider. From what I understand, that whole thing was mainly with the female cast members. With the male cast members, he was very friendly and supportive of them. In fact, the guy who harmed Drake Bell was actually a guy named Brian Peck. No relation to Josh Peck, thankfully. But basically what happened was, a lot of people, when the allegation came out, when the lawsuit happened, a lot of people didn't believe that it was true because Brian Peck was a gay man. And they thought gay people would never do something so evil. That was their little mentality, all these Hollywood fucks. It's like, they don't believe that minorities are capable of evil. Like, that's absurd.
Evil is part of human nature.
Well, the left doesn't believe in human nature, not in the way we Christians understand it. Now, I'm referring to secular left, of course, which a lot of Hollywood is.
Yeah. Hey, who do you think they're gonna get to replace the Pope?
Well, typically, the process goes, it's like, well, there's some ideas going around. They actually don't pick the new Pope until after the funeral and mourning of the current Pope.
Wait, but isn't Ratzinger still around? What happened there?
Well, the thing is, with Benedict, he retired. Because if you retire, you can't become Pope again.
Okay.
So they would have to pick somebody new to take the slot. If either Francis steps down or if he passes away, which most popes do, by the way, it's actually the last pope to retire before Benedict was over like 700 years ago.
Oh wow, so that's not a common occurrence then.
No, it is not. Door's locked. Okay, we gotta find some way through here.
Yeah, I don't know how we're supposed to unlock it.
Oh, hang on, wait. Let's hit back here. There's an objective here.
Yeah, that's to get it. It's a case where there's a wall.
No, I meant on this computer, so then we had to click over here.
Oh! Where'd you click? Oh, there we go. You search the console to disable all the security locks on the launch control deck of the Alucis. In the airlock beyond the ray shield, you notice a crew of Mandalorian engineers and technicians. Yeet them into space! Although they pose no immediate threat, the engineers are nevertheless complicit in the kind of... Alright.
Your little adventure is about to end. Come on, I'm waiting for you.
I think we're almost done. That sounded pretty conclusive.
Yeah, I'm
Let's
inclined
take
to
the next-
agree.
The next area is just up ahead, so let's take care of these losers. Then we'll move to the final area.
Oh yeah, I don't know if I showed this to you. I added, you know how my next incarnation is based off of, Soma Cruz, right?
Yeah.
So I added a detail to the model this week because I thought it appropriate, considering what the new TARDIS looks like. And I have a giant blue cross on the back of the coat.
Ah, neato.
Yeah. Can we get through here? I'm just gonna walk past them.
You're worthy opponents, but this ship belongs to Clan Varan. Time for you to die.
Actually, it's time for you to get nerfed. There you are.
This Mando needs to go commit toaster bath.
What's the matter? Getting tired? Ah!
No, you just keep flying away. Also, is it just weird? Does he sound like he's talking from like miles away?
Kind of, yeah. I wonder if the Red Dawn remake is any good. I've never watched it.
I heard a lot of people love the original, did not like the remake.
I wonder why.
This hard in the war.
Okay,
I just didn't like the idea of like North Korea taking over America because it just doesn't make sense. Because in the original movie, it was the USSR that invaded America, which kind of makes sense given the Cold War theme.
Yeah. Okay. Fuck these stupid turrets. Holy shitballs, Batman.
Versus the Robin. I'm not even finding the turns, I'm just finding the guy.
How are you not getting fucking nuked from orbit by these turrets? I'm being shot by like everything in this fucking room. Get it off me!
There you are.
No!
You know, I'll take care of these turns while you're fighting the boss.
I don't know how effective that's gonna be, Chief. I'm already on like a quarter of my health.
You know, you're right. This guy's almost down. Let's work on that then.
And I'm dead.
Oh, now I'm getting you. Okay, you know what we should do next time we fight this guy? Take down the turns before we move on to the next area. That will do this again.
Yeah. Yep. That sucks. Real quick, I'm gonna go refill my water bottle.
And all the turns are gone.
I fucking love water.
Coco drinks water, it's so good for you.
Oh yeah, that's a fall.
Alright, ready to, did you already click the Smith Center button yet?
Yeah, I did.
There.
Alright.
So, you're gonna laugh. I learned that I did not know that you could drink water during fasting until, like, today. I thought that when you fasted, you had to not drink any. I thought you had to abstain from eating and drinking, and that included water.
Well, it depends. Typically how we do it is that you have 2 small meals, you have like 1 big meal, and then 2 small meals that combined are like less than the big meal. So typically how I do is I have a very light breakfast where I have just a sandwich with some coffee. Then for lunch I have a sandwich with a bottle of water. And then for dinner I have a giant meal. That's usually how I do it. But I don't snack in between.
That's fasting for you? The way I understood it, you had to abstain from food completely.
Oh no, that's only if like you're. That's only if like that's more if you're on a really intense like diet. But in the Lenten tradition, with the fast, you can still have meals. It's just like it's 1 big meal and 2 small ones with no snacks in between. Because the idea is that you're just eating like less. You're not abstaining from eating.
Huh. If anything, North Korea would be a proxy for China. Yeah.
It already is in our timeline, so that's not even all that different.
Yeah, North Korea is basically China's Israel.
Yeah, they're China's protected. They only exist because China funds them. But they're also an embarrassment to China because they're constantly trying to go to war with like the West, and they just get really annoyed because like, no, now it's not the time.
Yeah, and Kim Jong-un is portrayed very differently in the Homefront timeline, come to think of it. He's much more of a Julius Caesar type figure for Korea, and then...
Oh, so they try to make him competent.
Yeah, yeah. Because he peacefully... one of the other things that Homefront did to make North Korea a plausible threat is North Korea peaceably reunited with South Korea, and then it took over Vietnam, then it got backing from China in an alliance, and then it took over Japan and stole a bunch of U.S. military stuff that was left over after the U.S. pulled out of Japan because it couldn't afford its bases there due to the economic recession. And so what North Korea did then following that was they reverse engineered the United States' tech and gear and kept the captured stuff.
Oh yeah, that would definitely never happen in our timeline, even in a recession. Like, that required North Korea being competent, which is a very high ask if you tell me.
Right. Yeah, I know that our viewers in the chat were probably here when I was doing the read-through of the Homefront tie-in novel, which explained all this, but I know you weren't there for it, Rick. Which is why I'm going into the lore there.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, did you have your old model for that one?
Yep.
Why was that?
Because I was effectively remaking old content from what was considered my first incarnation. My pre-V2 adult me with webcam and the other model with the brown leather jacket are the same iteration in the are the same Arbiter lore wise.
Ah, so he's the first Arbiter.
Yes.
So you currently have a second Arbiter.
Yes, exactly.
Ah, interesting. And how long has this been running for?
about 3 years now.
Oh, just in time for regeneration.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I wanted to... The games I need to wrap up before I can regenerate are Pokemon Fire Red, Skyrim, and I was going to do Assassin's Creed Black Flag, but I've since given up on that one. I'm deeply disappointed that I can't finish that game, but I have no clue what's causing the crashes at this point.
Well, that's okay, Sith. Once you figure it out, you can save for your third incarnation.
And there are other games I have to complete as my first incarnation, like there's still the Fallout, New Vegas, and 3 Let's Play that we were doing.
Yeah, I recommend at least finish the first ones before you regenerate.
Yeah.
Then, if you can do both, that's great, but at least one's gotta go. Because I imagine having 3 different incarnations of you running around would be kind of bizarre.
Yeah.
I mean, then again, you could have, like, the Doctor's crossover to have, like, 2, like...
Yeah, actually, it's funny you mention that. I have a plan for once I'm on my 5th incarnation, I'm gonna play Sonic Adventure, and each incarnation is going to accompany a different character through the game. So you'll have, like, for example, the first Arbiter with Tails, or this incarnation with, Sonic.
So, like, do they have different personalities, or is it just all their versions of you? Like, how does that work?
Yes and no. Lore-wise, lore-wise, each incarnation has a different personality. Like, my 6th incarnation canonically has depression. I don't know if I don't know how heavily I'm gonna play into that, because I don't want to scare anyone with a false alarm. But his facial expression by default is very somber.
Up ahead. I mean, you can what you can do. You can make it more like Eeyore, where it's just not so much suppressed, but more so just mopey.
Yeah. This incarnation, my 2nd incarnation, is canonically a shameless flirt. That's why I was flirting with Rinny all the time. And I mean, let's be real. I definitely tried to flirt with Sky too when she was here.
Yeah, this second you is definitely more of the flirt. Even though you're literally flirting with your oh wait, let's hit the exit airport. We gotta go back to Republic Fleet.
Oh yeah. And yeah, so 2nd Arbiter is a shameless flirt. First Arbiter is... the best way to describe him is... he kind of just a lot of his, I think he's more defined by the adventures he went on. A lot of his adventures were very combat-oriented. Resident Evil 3, Homefront 2, Fallout 3 in New Vegas.
So what you're saying is, he's more like the War Doctor in his execution.
Kind of. And it's funny too, because his origin is that he was one of the guards on Gallifrey.
Oh, I see. So which way are we going?
I went back to the main level, so that way we can go back to our ships.
Ah, good idea. Let's view our respective cutscenes, and then we'll, actually, let's call it here before we start the next set.
Sounds like a good idea. We've been at this for 2.5 hours, nearly.
I want to save the big lore bits for, like, when we have our next big adventure.
Sounds good. Let's find somebody who's live that we can raid.